Well, Jeremy and I had been trying for about 1.5 years to get pregnant with Carter.
Couldn't have been happier to be starting that next chapter in our lives.
We finally found out we were pregnant with him in the summer of 2011.
Our emotions were just like any other couple expecting their first child. We were beyond excited.
We couldn't wait to announce, and we couldn't wait to tell our family. We were over the moon. We got to our 20-week sonogram appointment to find out the gender, and that's kind of when we first found out that there was some complications. At our first appointment, he told us that we would need to do an amniocentesis. He wasn't quite sure if Carter was growing appropriately, and he wasn't sure if he had any genetic disabilities. We were told that if there were any issues that we'd have to kind of decide if we would want to continue on with the pregnancy at that point. That was the first time that we really had to come together as a team and support each other emotionally in this capacity. We found out that Carter was not growing and the blood flow was not getting to him like it should be.
What does that mean? What do we do? Where do we go? What are we doing?
I spent the next 10 days on bed rest, which seemed like an eternity.
And then, 10 days later, you get the call that it's time to go.
The day that Carter was delivered, I didn't get to see him, so you look forward to, when you're pregnant, you get excited to have this baby that you're going to get to hold. You see all these pictures of everyone else that gets to hold their baby. And you don't really see the people that are going through things like that we went through, where their baby's just taken away from them and you don't know if that baby's going to be alive in a couple hours.
That's when it was like, okay, we've got some things that we need to figure out, and we're gonna be in here for a while. Being in the NICU can be an intimidating place, especially when someone is born at 1 pound 4 ounces and is hooked up to a ventilator and has all the different machines.
And that first week, I know the doctors, they were very gentle with us, but I think that he was in a very dangerous state that we didn't quite really understand.
But then he would reach milestones and it would kind of bring back that euphoric sense. First time I got to hold Carter was on my 30th birthday.
Oh, look! Down here!
Carter is a ball of energy.
He is a ball of fire.
Tag!
Non-stop, go, 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 all the time.
He plays every sport imaginable. He loves baseball and basketball and soccer and football, and he is just obsessed with sports and activity. In the fall of 2014, we found out that we were expecting again. We found out that we were having a little girl. What happened with Carter shouldn't happen again, and we should be able to expect a full and healthy pregnancy this time around. I went to work and I called the doctor and I just said, I'm not feeling a lot of movement. I'm sure it's nothing. I just kept thinking, this can't be happening. There's no way this is happening. I knew that my blood pressure was very high and that things were starting to get dangerous. And I got the word that it was time. This time they delivered her and we heard her crying right away. They got to bring her over and we got to take pictures as a family, which is one of those things that I did not get to experience with Carter, that I was just really thankful that I at least got to have her come over and see her. And they took her up to the NICU right away and put an IV in and had fluids going. But overall, she seemed to be doing really well.
I think so much of the work that March of Dimes does is behind the scenes. All the research that they do, and when the doctor comes and says, okay, hey, we want to give this medicine surfactant to your child, well, is it going to help them? Yes, it's going to help develop their lungs. Well, great. March of Dimes has their fingerprint on so many of those things.
We just really both loved the mission that the March of Dimes has about helping all babies have a healthy start.
If there's the possibility of protecting, sheltering anyone else from that experience, that's what the March of Dimes does. That's what their mission is, to give every baby a fighting chance right from the beginning.
The March of Dimes helps all families, not just families with premature or sick babies. And all this wouldn't be possible without the March of Dimes.